Did I want to become an umpire? No. Did I want to umpire Test cricket? No. My sole motivation when I started was to earn $65 a day, cover the expenses with university and the like. Hello, I'm Simon Taufel. Pleased to be here season 4 at the DP World ILT20. There are 3 teams that play the game of cricket. 2 that compete for the victory and 1 that tries to go unnoticed. Principally, my role here is to help manage the match officials, to help them prepare, to do a lot of the logistical arrangements, but also the governance. So things like playing conditions, code of conduct, all of the match officials' organisation. I'm a strong advocate for officiating in this region. Part of my role is to help develop the local umpiring talent here. We don't have an umpires coach here at the ILT20, so I tend to do a little bit of that work together with some of the senior, more experienced match officials here. Well, coming home from Abu Dhabi the other night, I was doing match reports. I started completing my match reports. But if I were driving to Sharjah today, for example, having a chat to the odd person in the car, just thinking about my game, looking at the beautiful buildings and all those expensive cars driving past, that's what I'd be looking at. That's how I'd be filling in my time. I was requested to go along to an umpires course with a mate of mine. We were both opening bowlers in a club side. He said, I've had enough of this playing stuff, it's too hard, I'm too old. Maybe I'll join the dark side, why don't you come to an umpires course with me? So we did that. We did our 10 hours of laws training and we sat the exam, and I was lucky enough to score more than 85%. Didn't know as many laws as I thought I did as a player, for sure, no question. But passed the course. Joined the New South Wales Umpires Association. Great, I think it's one of the best, if not the best, umpires and scorers association in the world. The training that was given to me, the mentorship, was outstanding. Did I want to become an umpire? No. Did I want to umpire Test cricket? No. My sole motivation when I started was to earn $65 a day to help me get some pocket money to help me, cover the expenses with university and the like. Okay, well, welcome to my office up here at Dubai International Stadium. This is the TV umpires room. We're going to have a few people up here today, not only just myself, the match referee, with a great view of the ground. Here I've got a program feed, which I get to see what goes out live to air. I've got another screen here, which Hawkeye have set up for me, which is a tri-vision screen where I've got program feed, I've got a smart replay feed as well. And I've got something here called the fruit machine. And the fruit machine basically is all the stats that the commentators get that they use for the broadcast. So partnerships, runs, wickets, balls per over, all those sorts of things that they talk to the viewers about. And for me, it's about setting up here and making sure that I'm comfortable and in control. So I've got all my note paper up here to be able to write down events and keep a recording of what goes on. I've got all my match information on the left-hand side, and I've got all my notes for the match on the right-hand side. I keep on my laptop the incident log open, and that's important because I record all the major incidents. So every appeal that the umpire gets, every match incident that's significant, so a concussion check, a player caution or warning, gets logged. The umpires get to see that log. They get a copy of that log at the end of the game. And I've also got the Duckworth Lewis Stern program on my laptop. So part of what I'll do at the change of innings when I get the DLS sheets is I'll check and make sure that the scorers have printed out the right scores and the right target scores. So I'll do a double check of that. Outside of that, I've got all of my important information for the league at hand. I've got playing conditions and I've got ICC almanac interpretations just as reference points. I've also got a match day folder here from the league, and in here there's lots of forms that I don't want. So I don't want code of conduct forms. I don't want to be using any of those today if I can help it. That's up to the players and the umpires. Then what I also do is I complete a pitch and outfield report for the league. So I'll take that one out. Hopefully don't need the rest. That'll be completed at the end of the match. That will go back to the league, but I also send a copy to Matt Sandry, the curator, as feedback for him and his ground staff. It's quite an important role. It's quite a significant role. In this room, I've got 2 Hawkeye operators who I work with as well to support the TV umpire. I've got the TV umpire over there on my far right, Leslie Reefer. Leslie's starting to get set up. Leslie will take nothing for granted. He'll go through his match preparation. He'll go through all of his normal checks. So comms to director, comms to the umpires, comms to the scorers, and make sure that they're all working. And he's got a bigger job now because he's got automatic no ball screen, he's got smart replay screen, he's got program feed screen, he's got fruit machine screen, and then he's got to watch the game and support the umpires. So part of what I do up here is not only to assess the on-field umpires, but I also assess Leslie's performance as well. So they get lots of feedback about what they're doing really well, maybe some things they need to improve, and maybe some things they could think about to do differently next time. But because we're using specialist TV umpires and ILT20, it's a really, really good setup that we've got going where Leslie will do 17 matches in the series. He gets very good at it, like Paul Wilson. They're 2 of the best going around in my view. And we're very fortunate to have that system here in ILT20. It's the only system, aside from Major League Cricket, where we use specialist TV umpires. And the referee has to oversee that process, assess them. We are the chief executives of the match. It's quite a responsible position. So I hope you enjoy what we're about to do, and happy to bring you along with the ride with me. So enjoy. And yes, look, so once I'm set up in my world here, it's about now just going on the ground, talking to the umpires, talking to coaches, captains, other stakeholders, check the venue. People think that we just sit up here and watch cricket. Well, that might have happened 25, 30 years ago, but that's no longer the case now. Hello, General.
How are you? Kaise?
Sab ठीक, सब कुछ?
सब कुछ।
कैसे हो? सब ठीक?
All good.
I'm still learning my bat.
You are always solid. It's all. That's when the field medical staff will run on and assist the player. In case of an injury to a match official, then Dr. Walid will take the lead.
No, how are you? There you go, we need the coin. Give it a good spin, mate.
Okay.
Warriors have called ahead, and it's a tail. You're going to bowl first, okay. I don't really want to get in their space. I don't want to be in their head. I want them just focused on what they want to do and what they have to do. My job is to help them as best I can, and we have an understanding, and I ask them pre-game, is there anything you want from me? If they want something, I'll help them. If not, I'll leave them alone. Yeah, so it's just lead from behind pretty much with the umpires. For me, once they cross that boundary line, I can't help them as a match referee. They're on their own, but they know what to do, and I respect that. So we're lucky here in this competition. Not only do we have smart replay, Hawkeye replays, and also the facility to look at downloading clips, but I've also got NV Play, which I can access via the internet, and I can actually get every delivery replay as well, and then I can cut off screenshots, which is what I've done here, and snipped off a particular incident, match incident with player and umpire movement, being able to clip that off from NV Play with a video clip, got the match reports open for the umpires and able to put some feedback with a screenshot into their reports. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. We've got umpire decision logs, we've got umpire match reports. So there is a lot of transparency, there's a lot of focus on umpire performances, and we're a professional unit. So we try to celebrate what we do well, and we try to pick up things we could have done better. and we can only make better decisions with good information, so here it is. Look, being an umpire is hard to start with. It's not everyone's cup of tea. You actually have to have a certain type of temperament. You have to be able to keep your cool and calm under pressure. TV umpiring has certainly changed. The two biggest skills up here are communication, effective communication, plus also the composure. That's not to say that to be a good on-field umpire you need the same two things, but up here the two most important things. Down there, of course, decision making is important, but also match management and that ability to manage people and manage the issues. That's why we'll always need umpires out on the field of play. But these days we now have super subs, we have strategic timeouts, we have 3 different classifications of players that have to be on the field at certain times. So many different playing conditions to keep up to date with. Every year, every season, people demand more of match officials, and that's part of the challenge, and that's what makes it so satisfying when you have a good game and you can walk off the park knowing that you've given it your all and you've been successful as a group. So we focus on team success. The umpires up here need to support the 2 on-field umpires to have their best game possible. They are the face of our umpiring team, and our job is to support them to achieve that. Okay, so what I've done here post-match is I've come down, I've had a quick chat to the umpires, thanked them for their performance and their efforts, and made sure that they're okay and that there's no matters of interest that I need to talk to the 2 captains about. Have you got any feedback on the umpires for me? Things that they liked, things that they didn't like? We're able to discuss, we're able to clarify, we're able to draw a line under some issues that they might have and have a 2-way conversation about that. All done in a professional way, but also with a good sense of humour. Now I'm going to go inside with the umpires, explain to them what the captain said, talk about the code of conduct process, but more importantly, as a group, we sit around the table, we unpack the performance. What did we do well? What could we have done better? Do we need to do anything differently? Share some of that key information with the other umpires here at the tournament who are not at this match. And together we all try to improve and get consistent and offer the tournament an improved performance match after match after match after match. We want to make sure that we're actually there for each other. Make sure that there's nothing around this performance that we need to discuss, explain, justify, and leave happy campers. So that's sort of the day in the life of a match referee. It's a little bit of what I've covered around the role of the referee. It's not a simple job. It's actually quite a challenging job. Most of it's leading from behind, probably, about 80% leading by serving. And the other 20% is actually leading by example and trying to provide the game with best practice, integrity, transparency, and professionalism. I hope you've enjoyed it. Simon Taufel signing off.